Morning class 8, myself Ranjit Kumar. I welcome you all in the e-learning program of Modern English School Kunti Nagar, Nevada. This is the 7th video lecture of the chapter Coal and Petroleum. Till now we have discussed about the how coal is formed, why it is important, what are the different components that we get from coal. We have also discussed petroleum, fractional distillation of petroleum. We have also discussed how natural gas is used. So last topic which is there in this chapter is limitations of fossil fuel. What do you mean by limitations of fossil fuel? Means how, which factor that stop us from overutilization of the fossil fuel. Why we should use the fossil fuel judicially. हमको कैसे फॉसिल फ्यूल को एक तर्कपूर्ण तरीके से यूज करना है. मीन्स वी कैन नॉट यूज इट ओवर. वाई? व्हाट आर द फैक्टर्स दैट इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल? So all those things we have to discuss in this video. So let's begin. So what are the limitations? Reason behind the limitation of use of fossil fuel. First is limited availability. What do you mean by limited availability? Means these fossil fuels are available in limited quantity. How we can say? See, two factor is responsible. Two thing that you have to keep in mind. Fossil fuel takes millions of years to form. That's why we are saying that it is the fossil fuel which we have today that are in a fixed quantity, and the rate at which we are utilizing it will not last more than 100 years. So we should use the fossil fuel judicially. Second, since the formation of fossil fuel takes millions of years, it is not possible to renew the reservoir of the fossil fuel. So that's why we can say limited availability make us to use the fossil fuel judicially. First. Second point is air pollution. So these two factors limit us for using the fossil fuel judicially. What do you mean by air pollution? Burning of fossil fuel. Burning of fossil fuel, it gives carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and smoke. Right? See, smoke, it causes respiratory problem in human being. Since we are talking about ourselves, so we can say this smoke, when it goes into the air, when we breathe in, it choke the alveoli and result into respiratory problem, different disease like bronchitis, asthma. This all happens due to this smoke. This carbon dioxide, you know, it is greenhouse gas. It is greenhouse gas. It is important to maintain the proper temperature of the earth. But if the concentration of the CO2 increases, that will result into global warming. I am not going into detail. All these things people, students of class 5 know. Still, if anyone have any problem, you can ask in the morning. Okay. So carbon dioxide essential. It is a essential carbon greenhouse gas. It is responsible to maintain proper temperature of the earth or survivable temperature for the human being or the living organism. The temperature is maintained so that we can survive. If the greenhouse gas increases, the greenhouse effect will also increase, and due to this the average temperature of the earth will also increase, which is called global warming. Next is this sulfur dioxide. This sulfur dioxide, it react with H2O, means rainwater. It react with rainwater to form sulfuric acid, and this sulfuric acid comes down on the earth as along with the rain, which we call acid rain. So sulfur dioxide is responsible for acid rain, carbon dioxide is responsible for global warming, smoke is responsible for respiratory problem. What do you mean by acid rain? If the water coming on the earth is acidic, it will affect the fertility of the soil, means soil will become less fertile. It will make the aquatic water bodies more acidic, that will result into death of the aquatic organism. So it is very important that if the sulfur dioxide is increased in the atmosphere during burning of the fossil fuel, that will result into acid rains. So these factors limit us from the overutilization of the fossil fuel. Next is conservation of fossil fuel, means how we conserve the fossil fuel. First, reduce the use of fossil fuel. Use it when it is absolutely necessary, means use it when it is absolutely necessary. What I mean to say that? I mean to say that use alternative source of energy if possible. For example, if you are during winter, we want warm water for taking bath. Instead of burning fossil fuel, means instead of using LPG or chulha to heat the water, if we depend upon the sunlight for heating the water, as it is seen in many metropolitan cities that they use the solar heater to heat the water. So that's what I am saying. When it is absolutely necessary, then only use fossil fuel. Second, encourage the use of renewable source of energy, such as wind energy, solar energy, or hydro energy. Okay. Last is, we should use more fuel efficient machine. We should use more fuel efficient machines that we use, it should be more fuel efficient. That will result into conservation of fossil fuel. Okay, thank you for the day. If anyone have any problem, you can ask in the morning.